Okay, so do women think it's rude to use the word no when a man is approaching them at a party and wants to get to know them better? Would she feel as though by just telling the man, like the man says, I just wanted to know. I was just hoping to know. I was just maybe thinking that we could get together and know. Do women think that that's rude?
Yes, they do.
They do.
Yeah, and I think it kind of goes back to we're told to treat people the way we want to be treated, and to behave or be reflexive like that is not how I would want to be treated. So therefore, I shouldn't be treating people like that.
Okay, and I think that there's where a big mistake is being made.
Really?
Yes, because it's not about people. It's about you treat ladies how you want to be treated. You don't treat men how you want to be treated. You're dealing with a whole different animal. So...
Well, and we've talked before how I've been confused by men because they just had very good gentleman etiquette. And I wasn't sure if they liked me and that's why they were behaving that way, or if that's just they learned how to behave and they treat everybody that way.
Okay, so what do you think now with the little experience behind you?
Oh gosh. I'm going to say that it's not an indicator of their interest.
Okay, so a man's etiquette toward you is not an indicator of his interest.
That's my current thought process.
Okay, then why is he talking to you?
Well, he could be interested, but I'm just saying, like, him being a gentleman by opening doors and pulling out chairs and things like that does not indicate that he's interested in me romantically.
Okay, well, I'm saying I guess it depends on the circumstances. Like if you happen to be at a party and a man is just being, I guess, cordial and gentlemanly, probably not. But if a man is approaching you and wanting to engage with you and talk with you and extract information from you, do you still feel that that's just etiquette when someone is extracting data?
No, like the extracting data, that goes a little bit beyond just being cordial and conversational in a group setting. So I would say that is an indicator of interest, or a possible indicator of interest, because they're trying to flesh things out. But a man behaving like a gentleman with regards to opening doors, pulling chairs, walking on the correct side when we're walking down the street, like, I no longer see those as indicators of his interest.
Okay. All right. Okay, so if you're in a supermarket and a man starts talking to you about your groceries, is that an indicator that he's interested in you or the groceries?
I mean, it could be an indicator that he's interested in me and he's just making small talk about the groceries because that's safe. But he could genuinely just be interested in my opinion on the groceries.
Okay. What do you think I would encourage you to think?
That he's interested in me and using the groceries as a safe conversation starter.
And why would I want you to think that?
I don't know. Why would you want me to think
Because
that?
you always want to assume worst case scenario.
Oh, okay.
So if you've got two scenarios for your safety, always choose the worst one. Because if it's the better one, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if it's the worst one, you're prepared for it.
Okay.
So anytime a man approaches any woman at any time, you always assume worst case scenario. And that's one of the reasons why I imagine in my mind when I talk to women that they're already assuming the worst case scenario, so I don't do anything to enhance that their imagination.
And for clarity, the worst case scenario is that they're a predator.
The worst case scenario is that he's in the wrong man category. And predator is the extreme end of that.
Okay.
But he could be just a wrong man category. Wrong man category means he doesn't fit in your life. He doesn't fit.
Oh.
He doesn't fit as a friend. He doesn't fit as a boyfriend. He doesn't fit as a mentor. He doesn't fit as an advisor. He doesn't fit as a sugar daddy. He doesn't fit in any area in your life. And so you say to yourself, well, worst case scenarios, he doesn't fit anywhere. You don't got to assume that he's a predator.
Okay.
But he could be. There's a lot of very kind men that are, and a lot of wonderful gentlemen that are, because they know that the gentleman qualities is what gets them in the door.
Yeah.
Can I help you with your groceries? Can I help you do your car? All these different things. And so with that in mind, I think, and at least I encourage women to, always assume that they're in the wrong category until they prove that they are not. And sometimes the universe doesn't grant them that trial. It doesn't grant them that time.
Okay.
It just doesn't. And you don't have the time to find out if they are. Now, say for example, you're in a supermarket, or you are shopping, or you're parking your car, or you're at a bank, or you happen to see a hot employee or something like that, and they tend to flirt with you, and you say to yourself, well, okay, I like this man's energy, I like this man's appearance, I like how I feel when I come into this bank and speak to him, I sure would like to get to know him better. Now, the reason why I say that's a little bit different, why?
Repetition of contact, and you know where he is.
Right. There's a third party that vouches for his existence.
Okay.
And the third party is the bank. The third party is the supermarket. The third party is whatever the establishment is.
Yeah.
And the bigger and greater the establishment and the higher his position, the more he can be verified.
Okay.
But I did have a client in Fremont, California, where she was getting buddy-buddy with the teller. And I said, you stay away from that man. And she goes, why? He's interested, and he's cute, and he's attractive. I said, but he also knows you got like 4.5 million in your account. That's motivation. She goes, how does he know that? I said, he works in the bank, and he calls up your file every time you make a transaction.
Wow.
The amount you have there is right in front of him. So it stands to reason that he's going to hit on you. And that's why some people do work in banks, so they know who to hit on. So I know one girl told me that. She goes, I work in banks, I know who to hit on. I go, yeah, but sometimes men move their money around, and you never know how much money they have. And you could be one of the banks where he just uses for Zelle. You'll put something in there just to sell it out, and then the average balance might be $2. You know what I mean? And the guy could have millions elsewhere. That's no indicator. But so then she woke up, and I said, you stay away from him. He's got your driver's license number. He's got your bank account number. He knows the amount of money you have in the bank account. He knows where you live. He knows how many children you have. He knows what school they go to. And what do you know about him? That he's cute? What are you doing? You stay away from someone like that. He's got too much leverage on you. You don't, I said, if you want to date him, then the first thing you do is you get his social security number, you get his driver's license, and you get a bank statement, and then you're even. So what are you doing? You know, and then she says, oh my God, I didn't even think of these things. I said, that's why I exist.
I wouldn't have thought of that either.
A lot of people don't think of these things. So you've got to be careful. I mean, being a woman, you got to be careful all the time and everywhere you go.